Korea versus Pakistan. Two different styles of playing, two different styles of looking at the game. And I don't know if I have a prediction, because before I had, and later on we had the best match. So I think I will have a prediction, not on the graphic, just here.
Just here.
I think I will go with Korea.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm easy.
Yeah, and again, I would happily take my wooden fence and sit on it at this point, because I am, especially with these two nations, I'd probably be looking to see how their games first form up. I think, again, if you looked at it just from a lineage point of view in terms of esports, you're probably edging towards Korea as the team to take it on. But that's not to say that Pakistan can't come here and prove a performance. But ultimately, as well, you've got to think about is that this is a brand new stage for some of these guys.
Yes,
so
that's true.
In reality, this is a place and a time to make almost yourself kind of infamous or famous. You want to put your kind of flag in the ground to go, yeah, I represent Korea, or I represent Pakistan, and this is what we've done. And I think both teams are going to be capable of doing it. It's just going to be a case of who adjusts to this the most.
Okay, well, my friend, it's time to go to the match. Let's see, what do we have? Whoa, different ages. The Pakistan player is a more senior player. The Korea is younger.
Yeah, and interestingly, first sight of Barcelona today.
That's true. That's true.
And again, we mentioned him earlier about Robert Lewandowski, about how he could be a weapon in years gone by for Bayern Munich. He is now that weapon for Barcelona. It's Korea going left to right and Pakistan going right to left. It's Korea
with Barcelona.
With Barcelona is Frankie de Jong. Nice little double touch out of the feet there. Memphis Depay, Sergi Busquets. It's in towards Robert Lewandowski! It's the Polish powerhouse that makes it 1-0. It's a fantastic start from Korea. Just that neat, intricate play that you will often see, just tapped into the back of the net.
It was one attack, one goal. That's what I call efficiency.
That is efficiency in its purest form.
Incredible.
Fantastic start for Korea. Only 2 or 3 minutes into the game.
Incredible, my friend. Incredible.
And again, you can see already the switches in mentality just to defend the kind of the kick-off areas of the game. You can see here, it's Robert Lewandowski once more in towards Memphis Depay. Here's Pedri. Can he find the finish? He passes it across. It's Lewandowski!
And be prepared. I think we are here for a huge score. Be prepared.
Do you take anybody in world football in that area of the box other than Robert Lewandowski?
No, I don't.
It's apex predatory, but it was the bait and the timing. He could have took the shot with Pedri, took a time, realised where the pass was, realised what was going to happen, waited to see if there was a manual goal keep. Nothing happened. He was like, well, we'll play it across and we'll tap it in for 2-0. Wonderful start.
5 minutes, 2-0.
That shock and awe is what's happened here.
I say, with due respect for the Pakistan player, we are here for a more than a one-digit score.
Well, let's see how that pans out, because Pakistan do have a free kick. It's Leon Goretzka. It's Jamal Musiala. Lucas Hernandez given away to Frank Kessie. He's Pedri. Musiala once more. Wins it back. Lucas Hernandez takes a heavy touch. Does marginally get away with it, but Koundé will bring that forward. Here's Kessie to Sergio Busquets. Robert Lewandowski. Memphis Depay. There's overloads happening all over the field. It's Frankie de Jong closing in on goal! It's the Dutchman to make it 3-0. 3-0 in 11 first half minutes. And Korea look like they're on course to be an absolute wrecking ball.
And they are dancing. You know, for these matches, we will need a rule like on table tennis, that if you reach 11-0, the match ends.
Well, this is the thing. And also, from a perspective of looking on it as a caster or as a commentator, as an analyst, how much of it is Korea being good and how much of it is Pakistan not quite having their level? Is it a case now, actually, Pakistan do have their level, it's just they're getting as we said, counter-attacked, overloaded at will? Or is it a case that Korea were actually very good here, as we see Petchy in on goal once more. Got players across in the middle. One of them is Memphis Depay. He's gone for the cheeky lob. Now, I will point out to those at home who may look at that and go, that's a rather odd shot to take. That's a well-known, very good opportunity within esports, in the sense that you'll sometimes find that the goalkeeper will not quite react in the same way. And that's why you sometimes go for that lob into the opposite corner.
Very interesting analysis of our man Wesa. And, you know, it's a match that has just started. We are 3-0. Korea has a great opportunity for this match.
Could be more here. It's Robert Lewandowski. Super cancelled at the wrong time there. If he'd have followed through potentially with the driven shot or with the stunning strike, might have not found the back of the net anyway. But again, takes you a heavy touch when you do super cancel.
Do you think super cancel is something easy to master for a newcomer to the game?
Very easy, in the sense of you can tap R2 when the power gauge is on. You can tap R2 and it will cancel any of your inputs. The only issue you have with that, of course, as we've just seen there, it does sometimes take a heavy touch because your player may be mid-animation and then your player just kind of has to do something else. So it's right there for it as Lewandowski's in again. He's gone for the driven strike.
Do you know what's happening now? I think that the Korean player is trying to start making show shots.
Hey, if there's a highlight reel on offer, you're going to take it. Maybe, and again, I can only surmise this from a Korean standpoint, he might be looking at, as Manuel Neuer is always going to be off his line because of that offensive goalkeeper trait. So he might be thinking, well, if I take a shot early, I'll catch him out, which has happened. We've seen in notable tournaments where Neuer's been beaten with halfway line goals. He's been beaten in places where he shouldn't have been. But
if I was him now, I will concentrate on making more goals, and he has plenty of time to make the special.
Absolutely, he's found another one. It's quick, it's decisive. It's Robert Lewandowski once more.
I told you this game will not end with one digit.
4 goals in 28 in-game minutes. And Korea, if you want about statement making, there's no greater time to make one.
Unstoppable.
If this were me at home, I think it'd be a controller down moment. It really would be. Here's up at Makana though. Musiala, can Pakistan get something built up here? It's Choupo-Moting, it's dispossessed by Kese. And also something to be said about the selection choice of Barcelona, which we'll no doubt go into when we've got a bit more leeway of not thinking that there's another opportunity here. We might take some time to speak about that at half-time because, again, first time we've seen Barcelona in this environment, in uniform settings mode. And my word, has Korea made this pay?
Yes, and this shows that it's not about the team, it's about how you use it, you know?
Yep.
We've seen different players with different teams offering different kind of shows. We saw Ray Molina using Bayern Munich. We saw Iran using Manchester United. Mm-hmm. And we're seeing Korea using Barcelona with the same results. Incredible play.
Yeah, as you can hear, you may or may not be able to pick up over the microphones the animations in other games that are going on at the moment. Such is the passion and emotion that goes into these games that it's just pouring out of everybody. It's Kimmich though, tries to kind of hold of the ball. It's Memphis Depay. Went for the early strike there. I'm not too sure if he was meaning to go for that or not.
We are 40 minutes into the game. Barcelona in the hands of a Korean player is 4. And Bayern Munich.
Brilliant play, interplay, goes for the lob once more. I'm starting to believe you might be right about that show reel or show goals that we're looking for. I think certainly there's opportunities for Korea to really kind of put this game properly to bed. And they're just not quite taking them. But maybe that's a confidence level. Maybe that's an arrogance level. As we said, there's a line between arrogance and confidence.
But if you have like this level of playing, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Would he be doing this against Ray Molina, or would he be doing this against Mo Wajube?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
And that's no discrediting to the Pakistan representative. One shot on goal, and I think even at the time we saw the shot go, and the player looked at his controller as if to be like, I didn't mean to do that. So I think looking at it, we've got to see a reaction now from Pakistan. We've got to see a reaction. Is it going to be something where we look at it and go, well, actually, you know, it was just Korea just came out of the blocks really quickly? Or are we going to see, well, actually, Pakistan aren't finding this level here? Because at the moment, Korea are absolutely in control.
I think that the answer will come in this half. This half will paint the reality of these two players together.
I think so. I think so. Look at it, quick free kick there. Kessie, Depay, double touch, goes for the controlled shot. And Neuer will grab that one into play. It's Benjamin Pavard. Now towards Goretzka. Sane. Back to Goretzka. Musiala. Coman. Back to Musiala. Dispossessed once more. We talk about physicality in midfield. I'll point one out to you in just a moment as Depay goes through again. It's Robert Lewandowski back to Memphis Depay. It's 5. And I want to point out, and we will go back to him, I want to point out Frank Kessie in this environment. It is a great finish, it's great work from Korea, but it all comes from a dispossession. We talk about physicality in moments. You've got Jamal Musiala against Frank Kessie. And in terms of physicality, it's night and day.
You don't have to lose the ball when you have a player like him in front. And here comes again.
He's in again. It's
to
Depay.
say 5, say 6.
It's unbelievable gameplay here from Korea, but Pakistan looking to just, again, try and get something into this game is Gnabry. Gnabry, he's got Christensen for company. Frankie de Jong doing his defensive duties. We were talking about, or we were going to talk about the stats and talking about players that you would bring into the game here. Having Frankie de Jong and having Frank Kessie, it provides that balance. It's skill, and it's steel. You have that physicality, but you also have that player that's going to drive your team forward. You look at Memphis Depay, is the perfect little man to a Robert Lewandowski big man. There's so many different things you can do here, and it's just all one-way traffic. Here's Coman, goes for a shot. Well, a little bit wide of the post.
And people are really enjoying this broadcast from IESF. We are live from Bali. Opa!
It's the skill moves are coming in here. The confidence is there. It's Kessie to Koundé into the box. Ricochets off Lewandowski. Goes into the hands of Manuel Neuer.
If you just tuned in, I'm Firita Catalano from Argentina. And here's my partner Gueza from the UK.
Ball's going in again. It's really, really good. It's high-level e-football being played by Korea. And this kind of answers my question in terms of pedigree.
Yes.
May not know the Korean representative now, or if you don't know him now, you certainly will now. It's putting statements in there to let people know who you are. And certainly he'll be able to pump his chest after this and say, yep, I've got my team on the board here.
Yeah, and he has some strong plays, strong 88% of passes go by.
And you see there Frank Kessie picking the ball up once more. Kessie back out to Koundé. So Rougeau, De Jong, Depay, De Jong! They are the masters of tiki-taka for a reason.
Incredible, my friend.
This is a superb result. It is 6 of the best. And bearing in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we are only 70 minutes in-game, or 67 minutes in-game. Still 20 minutes to go.
6 goals ahead. I don't know, by now, I think he's thinking the same as we are. Is he going for 10? Do you think so?
I don't think, as a player, I don't think that ever goes through your head.
No.
I genuinely don't think it does. Because I think the only objective you have as a player is to go and win the game. It doesn't matter whether it's by 1 goal or by 10 goals. The reality is the points all weigh the same, you know, in the sense of If I beat you by 1 goal or I beat you by 3, I've still beat you. It doesn't matter how it goes.
Yeah, but in the group, stage,
it may make some difference in regards to goal difference, most certainly. As you say, free kick. Going the way of Barcelona. Araujo plays it short. Kessie to Busquets, to Depay. Lewandowski to Depay. It's that perfect give and go. It's Robert Lewandowski once more. And Pavard will take it away. Here's Upamecano. Musiala. And that's where I think the physicality part of this comes in. Musiala, as skillful as Musiala is, when you're looking at matchups and who you're playing against, because these guys will see what teams have been selected beforehand.
Yes, of course.
You need the physical presence. You'll need Goretzka. You'll need Kimmich. You'll need Muller. You may not want to play with them, but the physicality aspect of this will force you to play with them because you have to. Same with Choupo-Moting, as you see him driving forward and straight into Araujo's challenge.
He also has the luck to make that foul and not get called.
Yeah, and again, in games like this or in tournaments like this as well, as good as you are on the sticks and as good as you are in the game, you still need a bit of luck. In the same way that real life football works, but you can see here it's almost mesmeric here. It's Pedri, it's Kessie, it's everyone's getting involved. It's Memphis Depay, goes for the strike, it's hit the save. Even Koundé's up from right back. Koundé didn't know what to do. He got caught in 2 minds there as to what to do.
He went too sweet.
Yes.
Too sweet.
I think he realised that he was controlling with the centre back and not with the centre forward. There's Choupo-Moting looking to just try and salvage something for Pakistan. Just looking to just try and do something here. And is Gnabry, can he go all the way? Oh, it's a violent strike. Just a little bit too far over the bar. But first real sign of dribbling acumen that we saw from Pakistan and also from mostly the players around the tournament. We've not seen that many dribbles.
No, that's true. That's true. And perhaps it's like an antique style of playing. I enjoy it. I respect it because that's how we used to play back in the day.
Yeah. And that's something to be said here, is that at least Pakistan are trying here, but it's this irresistible force of career at the moment. They're just not letting go. It's Pedri into Lewandowski. We're into added time here. Pavard will clear the ball away, as will Upamecano. And that's going to be the final whistle. And it is an absolute demolition by Korea.
Yeah. And I will... They're very, very relaxed. He's looking at him like, is he normal? See?
Yeah, he's like, is this normal? Is this what we're meant to happen?
Where this guy came from?
Yeah,
you know. But I respect very much that the losing player in this case, the Pakistan player, didn't went for tackles, because when I lost by such a big difference,
you get angry. Yeah.
No, I start blam,
yeah,
blam, 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 blam. You know the buttons say, okay, stop.
Yeah.
You cannot play with two players.
The buttons suddenly become hot all of a sudden because you press them too much.
I say, you make me 6 goals, I will have 6 red cards.
I mean, as for a second legs go here, though, I mean, what do we really expect from here? Do we expect more of the same? Do we expect it to be? Do we expect it to be a walkover for Korea? Do we see a reaction from Pakistan? I can see the shake of the head and the nod of the head. I'm like,
I think this match is closed. I mean, I hope not, because now I root for the underdog, but I think this match is closed.
Yeah, I think looking at it, it would have to be a hell of a response. It would have to be something of the likes that we've not seen before for him to get 6 goals in a game. I mean, the only, I would say, plus point for Pakistan to look at now is to go, well, if he scored 6 goals in the game, I can score 6.
That's true.
That's the only.
That's true.
But that's the only kind of golden thread that you can hold on to. It's very difficult when you've been, lack of a better word, battered. When you've been battered 6-0.
He was smiling, like saying,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
But it's like, it's very hard. It would be very hard to take, even if you had a relaxed manner. Like if I got beat 6-0, I would look at it and go, this is rough. I've got to go play him again. Oh, like, you just have the doubts. You would have, oh, I don't think I want to do this.
Yeah.
But it's a credit to, again, you look at the game style that we saw from Korea. It was one-touch passing. It was skill moves. It was knowing your team's DNA.
It was like robot playing, because everything was very, very effective, very like object-minded, until it started trying to make some luxury shots.
You said it yourself. It's efficiency. Yeah. It's efficiency of movement. It's efficiency of the economy of having the ball. So every time that Korea had the ball, there was danger. It didn't matter how. It didn't matter where it was on the pitch. It didn't matter if it was with Kunde. It didn't matter if it was with Kese. Any of those guys, you knew full well that there was danger on the horizon.
And it was for something. I mean, there was always a purpose.
Yes, yeah, always. Absolutely. And some of the passing sequences that we saw, it was between 5 or 6 players. Yeah. It was one touch. It was so good. And again, that's why I mentioned it on commentary. It's high-level play of eFootball. It's not just, oh well, do you know what? I've pulled my controller out from behind my sofa and I've picked it up. That's well drilled and that is well formatted and well sequenced.
So this is the time for the second game. Remember, the format of this tournament is best of 2 games that get added. On the right we have the Korean player, on the left with the mustache the Pakistan one, and let's see what he can do. He's 6 goals behind.
And let's play devil's advocate here. If some of the teams that we have saw today go through to the elimination stage where it's best of 3, do they still have that same game style? Do they carry it through to be, okay, well, we're Iran and we can score.
Excellent question.
We can score, at will. Are you, Slovakia? Are you, Argentina? Do you carry that same mentality in, or do you have a game plan for all seasons? If it's a very tight game, I don't anticipate that Korea, if it's a tight game, will be doing half of the things that we're seeing them do.
Of course.
But they are clearly in the ascendancy here. They've clearly, unless, by some almost miracle that we see, that there's a 6-goal swing, that they drop points here. But they are very much in control. But I don't know whether we see that same gameplay from them if the chips are down, so to speak. If the chips are down, are they still trying skill moves? Are they still trying one-touch passing? Are they still trying all these things? But I'd like to see these types of players under pressure just to see what they do.
That's an excellent question. He's Wetsa. You know him. If you like eFootball, you know who's talking, of course. And of course, if you know English, you know it's not my native language. I enjoy very much.
I think you've done very well.
Thank you very much.
I think you've done very well.
Thank you very much.
And I've also appreciated the slight influx of Spanish as and when it's required. I had to let you run for that Argentina goal. I had to just let you go. I had to let you go.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the fans who support us, the great commentaries that we're having on social media. Thank you very much. We really appreciate. We're reading all and every one of them. So he starts. Barcelona is by the Korean guy. Bayern Munich by the Pakistan player.
You can see build-up starting once more here. It's interesting, though, the deployment of 2 or 3 or 4 kind of traditionally centre midfielders from Barcelona. I feel as though there's been almost a deployment of putting players slightly out of position, but it's working very well. Frankie de Jong is taking up kind of residency in left midfield, and Kese is starting to drift out to the right-hand side. It shows an IQ that knows how these players will behave. As we see Kese shrugging off Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman going for the takedown, doesn't get there. It's Lewandowski!
And here comes the first one.
We start as we finished. It is Robert Lewandowski, it's Barcelona, and more importantly, it's Korea extending their lead.
We are on 7 goals ahead. Typical goal. The center goes to the back of the box. Defender has nothing to do, goalie has nothing to do, and Korea starts winning the second game 1-0.
Yeah, they've done very well here, just to again just pick up where they left off. And again, talk about strong runners, Frank Kesse, Pedri, you can see them all just running at will here. Kesse across the box to De Jong. Oh. I don't know whether that's it. Do we count that as a mistake? I think we do, considering what we've seen from Korea so far.
But I mean, he tried to be so precise, to choose the exact spot where that ball should end.
Oh, it's a poor giveaway here by Pakistan. It's Pedri. And it's Lucas Hernandez that will take it away. But yeah, just tried a little bit too hard to find the corner of the net. Could have easily just tapped it in instead. Instead it will come this way forward. And Rougeau will just win that back. It's Pedri. Lewandowski on towards Kesse, but Upamecano takes it away once more. Again, that seems to be the same old story of just attack from Barcelona, and it's attack again. Here's Christensen to De Jong. Here's Depay. Upamecano takes it away. Here's Kimmich. Sane. Let's Ball comes clear. Lewandowski. Choupo-Moting though, recovers it. Here's Coman. Musiala, Goretzka. Choupo-Moting. Can we see something from Pakistan? Here's Musiala. Back to Coman. Koundé intercepts it, finds Rougeau. Here's Christensen. Busquets. Pedri. Lewandowski to Depay, onto De Jong.
Now Korea is going for one more.
Stopped in the way by a former teammate was Lewandowski. Here's Sane forwards Choupo-Moting. Just doesn't have the numbers there though to really put an attack down. Here's Busquets. Lewandowski to Depay.
You know, for a minute I hear it as a lullaby because it was just Barcelona players being called.
Yeah, but that's it. It's all Barcelona here, and it doesn't appear to be turning anytime soon. Here's Pedri.
It's a one-man show, this match.
Very much so. Memphis Depay, Kesse looking inside. Upamecano will turn it away though. Let's get Goretzka. Pedri intercepts it. Pedri to De Jong.
Let's see what happens now.
De Jong to Depay. Takes it out of his feet. Does well. There's challenges going in there from Bayern Munich. May need to just be careful there, does Pakistan.
He was searching for a penalty.
Yeah, I'm hoping not.
Yeah, he was searching for a penalty.
Here's Pedri. Kesse. Lewandowski. Depay baits and shoots. Good save from the goalkeeper. Corner ball.
This game looks like, you know, when you played the old arcades and you have like the difficult,
it's A,
easy,
B,
normal.
It's A, B, and a joystick against the villain of the game. It's Depay. It's off the foot of the post.
It's like the boss. Like this is the hard boss.
Yeah, this is the hard level. This certainly is the hard level, especially with the way that Korea are playing. Again, if you are onlookers, or if you are, as we see, the notable people that are still in the room here, if you're onlookers looking at this, you don't really want Korea at any point. As Depay scores again, you don't want them because they're just irresistible at this moment in time. It's unbelievable gameplay.
And with this, we come to 8 goals ahead. What a difference. Do you think this will be the record for this tournament?
I think it's it'll be the record so far, most definitely.
No, so far.
Oh, so far, yeah, absolutely. And from what we've seen today is, as you alluded to beforehand, every game we've saw more and more goals.
Yes.
And it's almost as though it's a challenge of everybody going, well, I've scored 8, you go score 9.
Yeah.
But Korea don't look done here. It's almost that the job's not finished until that they have.
Argentina scored 7 goals and Korea already has 8.
Yeah. So that just shows you it's constantly being upped here, and the level that the Korea are showing here.
And we're still 1/2 of the game away. I said 2 digits. Will we arrive to 2 digits? We'll see.
I think there's enough time for that to happen, and I think the way that Korea are playing, absolutely. I can't see any. Can't see any reason why they won't. It's into the box. It goes all the way through and goes all the way out of play. And he's out for a goal kick. And again, it's a poor giveaway again from Pakistan. They passed it out of goal and they just picked it up and tried to take a shot there, did Barcelona. But there is half time.
Woo. I'm tired as if I was playing. This is terrible lesson.
It's a workout. It is a workout.
Yeah.
As people will laugh at us and go, can't get tired, commentate. You absolutely can. But again, when the game is as furious in tempo as this game has been, as the game previously been, is there no surprise that the players will be fatigued,
Of course.
Cameramen will be fatigued,
of course.
the audio guys will be fatigued. Like there is a complete fatigue of woof.
But this is amazing. We are here for one of the best matches that we've seen today in the start of this tournament. We are here in Bali, Indonesia. If you just tuned in, this is the first day of this tournament, the IESF. We have $25,000 in the prize pool just for this game. This tournament is really big, 6 games at least with heavy competition.
Yeah, and this goes to show just how heavy the competition is. Lewandowski's in again, good save from the goalkeeper. There's De Jong, just gets his feet set, and again, Pavard leaving his foot in.
We were expecting a penalty. A penalty did not come, but this free kick is dangerous.
Yeah, and it does also go to show that. Oh, it's a save. Ooh. It's a big save for Neuer. I was just about to say, it helps, or it shows you that the nations that you may not be familiar with at home or with us in the commentary the desk. It doesn't matter anything. You'll soon find out about how good they are as Lewandowski makes his way in again. Deflected. Good save for the keeper. It's finally scrambled away by Kimmich.
Wouldn't you exchange Lewandowski for another player at this point? Because he looks like tired.
No, because of the role that Lewandowski plays for this type of team, there isn't another forward within Barcelona ranks that I would suggest can come on and mirror what he can do. So, for example, as an advanced tactic, you may set him as a counter target, which basically means that his stamina doesn't deplete half as much as it should do, and which means that you'll have loads of game time with him. As De Jong gets in again, and there it is. That's the third. I think we may just be heading to that double digits. I think we may be. Again, but again, that sequence there, it shows you the importance of that role, of that player, is that you have to, as I keep saying, you have to have a focal point. And Lewandowski is up there with the best. You know, of years gone past, it used to be, you know, Aubameyang, for example.
Yes.
It was a potent threat because it was speed and it was pace, but it was also power and the ability to finish. Lewandowski has all 3 of those, or 4 of those attributes as well. That's what makes him so dangerous.
So it all depends on your play style. If you just use the player for what you need to use him, you can pass on the stamina thing.
Yeah, so if you have a specific advanced instruction, which is counter target, it basically encourages that player to stay forward, but as such it doesn't drain their fatigue. Normally you'll find that players will have half fatigue left by the time you get to the end of 90 minutes. So, but also you'll notice kind of in the bottoms of your screens, just underneath the players, you'll see them as they go here. Kesse is out of energy pretty much, but he's still on the field. As Depay gets in, and there it is. 10 of the best.
As
4
promised.
of them in this game.
As promised.
Korea have absolutely walked away with this.
We said this on the first 5 virtual minutes of the first match, that we were going to a 2-digit games, and here we are.
It's a great call from you. You can take all the credit in the world for that one.
No, I don't think so.
I just thought we would see a reaction from Pakistan. I just thought we might see something where it'll be, oh, actually, we've got a bit of something behind us, but in effect, it just seems to have just been more of the same for Pakistan.
A big shout out to Birmingham, all our friends watching at home. Cold, we are here at beautiful Bali.
Don't rub it in on them. I have to go back to these people.
Yeah. But you know, after the matches, I think we deserve the pool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe. I think at that stage, we might just. I think looking at this at the moment, it's what more can you say at this point? It's a one-player wrecking crew, and I don't mean that as the players on the pitch. It's the guy with the controller in his hands.
Yes,
it's been fantastic.
Of course.
And again, you can only play. As the old adage goes, you can only play what's in front of you.
Yes.
So as much as I'm sitting here going, I'd love to see him tested. We're going to have to see him be tested. Yes. We're going to have to see him potentially come through the group and then get to the latter stages and then go on and maybe play a harder game, and then again even in a different format as well, with it being best of 3 instead of best of 2. Will we see that different style of play? But fantastic performance, and again you save it for the big occasions.
10 more virtual minutes to come. Until now, Korea is 10 goals ahead of Pakistan. The most amazing match.
Yeah,
I'm looking for words.
Yep.
I don't know if it's amazing, if it's the broader, if it's the more different level match that we had.
I think he's just found a different. I think he's just found a different gear. I don't doubt for a second that Pakistan have got the ability, but at the moment, 1, they haven't shown it, and 2, they're just getting picked apart by Korea, left, right, and centre.
It's very, very unbalanced.
Oh
very
yeah,
unbalanced
absolutely. But it's not through a. One the team on the virtual field is better than the other.
No.
It's the control. It's your players in front of the controllers, and certainly Korea have been absolutely well worth the price of admission for this.
Yes.
You can just see just how much room they have to play in as well. You can see in terms of the pressure, there's just no pressure really in and around what's going on here. You can see Depay, Pedri, Lewandowski.
2 added minutes.
Tries to get it forward. Neuer. There's Kimmich. It's going to be. I think it will be the final whistle very shortly, but the result has been academic, arguably since the first game, and it is Korea coming away with a massive victory.
10-0. 10. Look. He's like he hasn't played. He's like he hasn't played.
I have always noticed that about players from Korea or like Japan. They're always very chill, regardless of what the result is. You'd have to ask him what the result was.
Yes.
To know what the result was.
Yes.
Because you couldn't tell from his face. There was no pump fist. There was no emotional animation. Again, we saw it from Argentina in terms of jumping up and down and very, very, very animated. But you wouldn't know that from Korea. You would have to say you have no idea. You'd have to ask them what the result was.
Concentration.
But it's that. It's
concentration, focus.
Exactly. It's knowing the job and getting it done. And hopefully we will see more of that, because I very much enjoyed the game style of Korea, and I'd like to see a bit more of it. And I'd like to see them in a best-of-3 format.
Okay, let's see the highlights. I think it's 2 hours, more or less, the highlight reel for this game.
I think I've seen movies that have had a lesser runtime here. But again, it was all Barcelona. It was all Korea. And again, you just see the passages of play here. It's the passes. And again, this one here for me, it was that slight presence of mind to just take the extra touch with Pedri and just allow him the idea of playing that pass.
Incredible match, incredible plays. This one was very nice, and you let us know that it's a very good shot.
Yeah, the stunning strikes there. Again, you even said it in the first game. I may have been looking for highlight reels or for show goals. I think there was a little bit of that in game 1, but I think he realised.
Yes.
I think he realised. Okay, let me make sure it's absolutely clear that I'm ahead of this. Because, again, you wouldn't like to have the proverbial egg on your face if you've gone 3-0 up, you've started clowning about, and then all of a sudden you lose the lead. Yes. Because then you'd be like, oh, I had all these chances and I was just playing about
But I think that this wasn't the case.
Yeah.
In fact, he was very respectful
Yeah,
for
I think
his
so.
opponent. I don't know if I could keep the respect with this kind of scoring.
Yeah.
You know?
But it was free. It was free scoring. It was just goals everywhere, and it was a danger. As we said, every time Korea got the ball, it was just danger.
Yes.
Every single time ball, you know, whether it was